All right, so good morning, Professor Nowak.
Good morning.
What kind of activities is your team involved in?
I'm staff of Institute of Computer Science and I'm head of Division of Artificial Intelligence. And this division is part of Institute of Computer Science and our main task is research and teaching in computer science. And especially we are interested in developing new software and developing new algorithms uh, which use artificial intelligence approach. So our topics are machine learning, optimization, bioinformatics, neural network, and all of these are some algorithms. So we use electronics computers to solve the problems and we develop the algorithms.
Okay. Do you have your favorite subject from the one you have mentioned?
So I'm interested in analyzing uh, biological data. So the bioinformatics is one of my topic, but also software development and also artificial intelligence because I think it is all connected.
Okay. Okay, so there are really like many subjects, like biology on the one side and algorithms on the other. Okay, let's go on. You are also a scientific chair of this year's TRIZ Future Conference, right?
Right.
What encouraged you as a professor with academic record in the area of artificial intelligence to acquire a deeper understanding of TRIZ method?
I'm mainly a software developer, programmer. My research is to build new software. And from this point of view, our activities are always innovative. So we need to some methodology which help us to better solve the creative tasks.
Okay.
And I think that TRIZ can help to solve a creative task because the TRIZ methodology to do innovative in algorithmic way. So, hmm. so and we found some similarities previously. For example, if we analyze the highly qualified or high quality software source code, we can find some patterns which solve typical problems correctly. And we call these patterns design patterns. For example, object-oriented design patterns. And knowledge of such patterns helps to develop better software. And I believe that TRIZ is a way to find the other design patterns or other ways to speed up our innovative process.
Okay, okay. This makes sense. Have you already tried to use some of TRIZ's methods?
No, because I do not know TRIZ very well.
Okay.
And I will know it better after this conference.
That's a very good point, Professor Nowak. Yeah. 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 It would be great if you just join the conference with some knowledge and you like leave it with broader knowledge and ability to use these methods. So I will be keeping my fingers crossed for your success.
Thank you.
Okay. I have here that you are also the author of the TRIZ Future 2022 conference motto, Systematic Innovation, Partnerships with Artificial Intelligence and Information Technology. What kind of expectations are expressed by this slogan?
I'm co-author of this slogan because we think about this sentence in group of people who are involved in this conference. So I'm not the author.
Okay.
But but I agree with this motto,
Mhm,
and my expectation are from computer science point of view. So
mhm.
the computers are more and more popular, and
Obviously.
a lot of problems are solved by computers. Not all the problems, because computer has limitations, but a lot of. And the biggest limitation of the computers is the human part, because computers by itself are stupid automaton. They cannot do nothing by themselves. And to solve any problem, we need to develop the solution which transform the problem into some operation like adding numbers.
Okay.
So this work is innovation, and my hope is that we can join the TRIZ methodology with usage of the computers and the area of computer science,
Mhm.
maybe artificial intelligence, but it's only small part of computer science. The artificial intelligence is the easiest part. Let's see. Let's
Really?
like this. Yes.
Maybe for you, you're a professor, so maybe from your point of view,
No,
it's the easiest part.
no,
But
no. Uh, because this term is now really popular,
it
but
is, it is. Mhm.
this term exists, I don't know, 50 years, maybe they exist as long as as computer exists, so 70 years from now.
Okay.
And it was popular and it was not popular, and I think we can distinguish two terms: the strong artificial intelligence, and in my opinion is only available for human beings, and weak artificial intelligence. And I'm talking about the weak artificial intelligence. It means we use some software to
Mhm.
solve the problem using computers. And inside this weak artificial intelligence, the problems are only some of problems which can computer solve. And we use some generic algorithm, and this generic algorithm is called artificial intelligence algorithm, and this algorithm is used for similar problems. So from this perspective, it involves not too much human effort. So it
Okay.
is why this is easy, and why the problems are not really hard.
Okay. Okay. You convinced me that problems are not hard. Okay, I guess you just answered like my next question. Mm, okay, but you
Your
mentioned
next
like,
question. But
excuse me?
what is your next question?
Yeah, my next question was that the term artificial intelligence has been used in various contexts. Um, if you think about the last few years, you mentioned like 50 or 70, so it's like many, many, many. Um, but I think you just explained what it really is. Yeah, you told us about this hard and soft artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Um,
No, yeah,
but
but
mhm,
I think I can explain it
mhm,
maybe more in more detail, because
okay.
I think there is a lot of misunderstanding. So this week, artificial intelligence is to transform some problem which seems intelligent into computers. And if we are succeed, this problem is now more seen as intelligence. For example, uh, when I was studying
Mhm.
computer science, the handwriting recognition, it means recognition of
Handwriting. Mhm,
addresses on the letters, so on,
mhm.
was understood as hard problem and needs intelligence, because computer cannot do this that time.
Okay.
So in each post center, there are a lot of people who sort the letters.
All
And
right.
now this problem was solved, and it is not seen as an intelligent, because there is the software which use artificial intelligence algorithm, which sorts the letters using hand writing recognition. The same with voice recognition. Previously, we cannot talk to computers because we do not have the software. But now there is the software which use artificial intelligence algorithms, which can recognize the speech. And now we think, oh, it's not intelligent. So every problem which was solved by us is now more intelligent. So it is our work just to transform these problems or face recognition. I think 10 years ago, the face recognition was seen as hard because we do not have the programs. Now we have, so it's not intelligence. The same game playing. For example, in checkers or in chess, it is now not seems as the intelligence to play in chess good because the computers plays better than humans. So.
Okay. Yeah, but I would imagine that computers can like predict all of the possible moves, so they can choose better, right?
Yes, but you know the problem is to see a lot of possibilities, but sometimes it's even too much for computers. So it is the the problem is to find some rules which lead us to solution. Maybe these rules are not really good because if humans find the rules, they can produce the solution very quickly. But if computer finds some rules, it can make more operations. But these rules are necessary because if we look every solution, even computers cannot solve the problem.
Okay. Okay, I think I understand more or less. So it would suggest that this human, maybe not instinct, but I know that there's something special in humans that is hard to get in artificial intelligence.
Yes,
Professor,
I think human can formulate some hypotheses and solve this hypothesis, and computer not. Computers are just the things, the automaton. They have no conscience, no goals, just like machines. They do what the programmers want. They sorry, I don't know how to say this.
want them to do.
Wants them to do. Oh yeah.
Okay, but I think you were talking at the like current state, because I am looking at the next question, and I hope you will be able to explain it to me and to us, because it happens sometimes that when somebody talks about artificial intelligence, they believe that it is equivalent to a self-modifying software. So is that true, that it's a software which self-modifies?
It's only partly true.
Okay.
Because the artificial intelligence algorithms has some parameters which are calculated by the other part of this algorithm. So the algorithm is not, the algorithm do not modify themselves, but rather calculate some statistics from the data.
Okay.
So for example,
but after sorry, after it has some statistics, like it got some statistics, is it possible for this computer or this software to like have some conclusion and take actions according to this conclusion? I don't know if you mean what I want to.
It could be seen like this, but computers cannot do any conclusions, but they can use some results. For example, they can count how many people are going through the door, and count these statistics, and after a few days, it is known that, for example, 100 people is going through this door. So they can use this statistic, it means 100, this number, to make the alarm that there is much more people than usually. But I think it's not intelligent behavior.
Well, but if you had the same like idea, and if the same software like noticed that, I don't know, at the peak times, so maybe in the morning, lunchtime, or whatever, there are really much more people going through the door, it could like open it wider or whatever, right? So it could adjust the mechanism of the door to what it like observes, right?
Yes, right, but it should be programmed previously.
Oh yeah, probably. Okay.
So you know, I think maybe my idea behind this algorithm is to develop some general purpose algorithm and use this general purpose for the data which are available, and to use this for the data that some statistics should be calculated, or this data should be observed to know some special features in this data, and then it use these features to the other data.
Okay.
So if we collect, these features at the first time, this process is called learning, because now we calculate the statistics. And if we have these statistics or this number, these parameters, we can use them, and that's just usage of this artificial intelligence. But it's not a teaching, it's just called learning because the parameters are calculated. But this process of calculating these parameters is quite simple. It means there are just statistics. And I think the most important is to show how these statistics should be calculated to get the proper decision. And this task is on the human people, not on the computers.
All right. Professor, not everybody is like an IT person, so sometimes it's not that easy. Okay, how what you said is connected to neural networks? Yeah, am I right?
Yes, the name is similar to neural networks in our head.
Yeah, in the brain.
Brain, but it is just similar in the name. That some mechanism is quite similar, but we do not know how brain work. We do not know.
I mean, there are some specialists who wouldn't agree with you here.
But it means computer scientists, we do not know how brain works.
Okay, all right. Okay.
And some mathematical mechanism was called perceptron, because it was somehow similar, but I'm not sure if it is, because we don't know really how brain works. So it is some adding numbers, and then using some nonlinear function, and this formal mechanism is quite easy, and it's called perceptron. And if we connect such perceptrons, the network of this perceptron is called neural network, artificial neural network. But it's it. Maybe it's similar to brain, maybe not, because we do not know how the brain is constructed exactly.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure if this thing with perception like explains a lot to like normal person, but but thank you. Okay, if you think about artificial intelligence, it's an extra question. It's not on my list. What's like the closest challenge for it? From your point of view, of course, because
the artificial intelligence is, to simplify, solving the problems if we have enough data and if we have enough computer power. It
Okay.
means such methods cannot work previously because we have too less data. For example, now we have a lot of images, so we can try to build the algorithm who recognize some images, like distinguish if it is cat or dog or human, so on. So I think the main question maybe is not what is the goal of artificial intelligence, but rather what is the goal of computer science. Because computer science can work only on data which are represented in computers, so it can work only on digital data. So first question is, what we can represent in the computers? Now we can represent a lot of data. It means we can represent the voice, the video, and a lot of data. And the second is if we have a goals, which can we use this data? It means if this data is for some purpose. For example, we can, try to find try to diagnose some illness, or try to find, some changes in the environment, so on. And and if this goal is made by, I don't know, some humans, then we try to find the best algorithm which can solve this. And sometimes it's artificial intelligence algorithm, sometimes not. But if it is artificial intelligence algorithm, then we have some metrics like how fast we can, calculate these parameters, how large data we can use for decisions, so on. But I think if we have the previous problem solved, it means we have the data and we know that we can use this data to solve this problem, and we know this if the human can do or solve this problem, because if human cannot solve such problem, computers also do not have. Computers are just are fast and they do not make mistake, but they cannot solve hard problems. It means the problems which have some innovation or creative, there is not a part of computers.
Okay.
So current goal, for example, in I don't know, in image recognition is to recognize these images in 100% of the data, because now probably we have 99%.
Okay. Well, to me, it's quite close, 99 and 100.
Yeah. So, but sometimes for example, in the voice recognition or speech recognition, we have also almost 100 proper recognize, but if not native speaker talk to the computer, the level is lower,
That's
because
right.
if not native speaker use, I don't know, the other accent or other constructions, and and the level falls down. But if human listen, this not native speaker, he can recognize him somehow. So
Yeah.
there are some goals in the existing tasks.
Okay, that's interesting, because that would mean that if we are using, I don't know, GPS, we should like use grammatically correct structures, right?
Right.
Okay, okay, thank you. I will I will use it. Okay.
But I think maybe the goal for artificial intelligence now is these automotive vehicles. It means the cars without the drivers, maybe schools without the teachers.
Oh, I used to be a teacher. I mean, yeah. Oh, I don't. Okay, I don't know. It was a good subject, in Poland, but schools without teachers. I believe that people, especially young people, need another older people to, get some knowledge.
Yeah, I hope it is true, because I'm also the teacher.
Yeah. So
But
it.
in this pandemic situation, we use remote classes, and who knows if this if the other side is the computer or not, or human.
Yeah, of course, but I also know that like children and teenagers, I don't know how about students, they missed other people, you know, their friends, even the teachers. So, you know,
Yes, yes. It was a joke, but maybe this profession is also, you know, maybe
going to
the
extinct.
maybe
Oh no,
in
I don't want to get there, you
in
know.
50
I
years
don't want to
maybe.
get there. Also, one more thing which came to my mind, because if you are not from IT world or AI world, sometimes we have this idea, maybe like inspired by the movies, that one day the robots would like become more and more intelligent according to artificial intelligence, and they would become more intelligent than humans, so they could, I know, kind of rule the world. Do you think it's even possible?
It's not, in my opinion, it's not possible because the computers are not intelligent at all. They have intelligence zero. It means all the activities which we can see as intelligent
Uh-huh.
are not by them, but are rather by programmers. As I said before, the face recognition, the hand reading recognition, the voice recognition, it is not, the computers do not understand what we talk to them, what they see,
Okay.
then do not understand. So they cannot be, I don't know, the sorry, maybe the problem is how we measure the intelligence, and we don't know how
Uh-huh.
to measure the intelligence. If we measure the intelligence, how fast we can add the number,
Uh-huh.
the computers are better over 50 years, a lot of years before they add number faster than humans.
Uh-huh.
But we believe that intelligence is not adding the numbers. The
Uh-huh.
intelligence is rather to making some goals.
Uh-huh.
And the computers do not have any purpose for themselves.
Okay, that's a good point, probably. Yeah, yeah.
So even if they play chess better than human, if we change the rules, they cannot play.
Uh-huh. Um, okay, yeah. They're not going to feel like to boast about being the winner or to be sad because of being the loser in chess game. Yeah.
No, there are the machines. There are the artificial. There are the things. So the robot cannot be happy or unhappy.
Well, yeah, as a like person, I would imagine it cannot, but it cannot now. You do not know what's going to happen, right? So, um,
But it
okay.
depends on the human, because if the human program the robots
Mhm.
to win the war, they probably win. But if not, because they have no their own goals. The machine has no their own goals.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, if some person starts this kind of goals, and machine couldn't like judge if it's a good thing or a bad thing, it could like continue, right? Getting better
Right,
and
but
better.
yeah. But I think that a lot of people look what the programmers do,
Mhm.
and it is not big possibility that one person, alone
Mhm.
made something like this, because uh, the developing software is really complicated, and
I know.
the big teams work on this and for a long time. So it is not probably we cannot make the progress really fast, because
Mhm.
it is quite complicated to transform some problem like having some feelings
Mhm.
into computers who can only add the numbers. So
Mm, yeah, probably. I don't know. I've never been a computer. Um, okay. First of all, thank you very much. One more question. Yeah, getting back to the conference, what can be expected by the participants? how would you encourage the hesitant individuals that taking part in the ETRIA World Conference TRIZ Future 2022 is a good idea? Except that you are going to be there, of course, right?
Yeah, and I hope also my colleagues, computer scientists,
Mhm.
will be participant, and I hope that this conference can show us better, maybe faster
Mhm.
way to find innovative solutions. So
Mhm.
if we know this procedure, maybe we can make our everyday development better.
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
because software development is all the times innovative because we write some new things. And
Well, sometimes you as programmers do, sometimes you get, some things already done, I heard, but
maybe yes,
let's say here that
but
innovation is like the key thing. Okay, Professor Nowak, thank you very much. I
thank
hope to
you.
meet you in person one day. Yeah, and see you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.